Hey guys. All right, I think I'm connected. It said I had a poor connection for a second, but I think I'm on. So, day 5, the Lorna Janes. I'd never heard of this brand before. Here's the little catalog that they sent me. Lorna Jane Active Living, referred to me by my friend Sabrina. And when I posted it about this morning, my friend Trisha had said that she knew the brand and loved them, which I'd never heard of them. My husband even said to me this morning, he said, "So what pants are we reviewing today, Claire?" And he was like, "I've never heard of those. I've never even heard of half the brands you're reviewing," which I think I love because that helps us understand that there's so many different options out there, and we don't always have to go the mainstream way. There might be some like other options. So this morning, woke up at 4:30. Didn't go to the 5 o'clock class because half an hour was not enough time for me to do my little 3 steps, and I needed longer. So I went to the 6 o'clock. Well, first, back up. Went to put my pants on, held them up, and I thought, holy shit, these things are freaking tiny. How am I going to squeeze my little butt? I'm sorry. How am I going to squeeze my big ass in this little pair of pants? But they went on great. They're great. I'll even stand up and show you. See, we're moving into all sorts of different things with this live feed. So the pants, they come up like right here by the belly button. Nice and snug. Drawstring. Gotta love a drawstring, right? Although, again, not a big drawstring fan, but they sit right at sort of the natural waist. So not too high up. Definitely compression. Do I love the length? Not really. I'd hold my leg up in the air, but you guys will probably think I'm like a nut. They come up here. Let me show you. Can you see where they are on my ankle? Like I feel like they could be a little longer. But I'm a little nuts like that. I like them to be a little longer, not like hit me right there. And I'm not a big capri fan person at all because I feel like I have like fat knees and it just kind of like digs in there. I told you I'm a little nuts about this. Okay, so do I love these pants? 2 pants up. My friend had said to me yesterday, you shouldn't be saying thumbs up, you should be saying pants up if they're working and pants down if they're not. These get 2 pants up. Did I hike them up? I think maybe there was one time that I just kind of tugged a little bit, but other than that, they sat nicely. They feel nice and firm, keeping everything there. Today was kickboxing, so when I tell you I was dripping in a puddle of sweat, I know you guys think I exaggerate, but I'm a sweaty beast most of the time, and literally, it was nuts, on the big, punching bags. I had to actually get some paper towel and wipe it down. I'm a sweat fest here, but they stayed up with the high knees, with the kicking, with the punching, with the jumping, with the mountain climbers, burpees, all the stuff that you hate to do, that you have to do. They stayed put. So yes, pants up for the Lorna Janes that I've never heard about. On the tag this morning when I looked at it, it listed it as $110. I didn't pay $110. On the website, they were listed at $79.99. And when you sign up for, your free account type thing, you get a 20% discount. So I paid $63.99, which, is sort of around where these pants tend to be, especially kind of the good pants, although, I love my Old Navy ones, which I did see online are $32, but I got them at the discount for $22, which you got to look for these sales. So when you're looking at these different reviews I'm doing, hop onto somewhere like Old Navy and see what sale they have going on. The online Old Navy sales are fantastic, where you can get 25% off, 40% off. Great sales going on there and on the activewear and stuff. If you're tall, you can only get the tall online, by the way, for Old Navy. So Lorna Jane is a yes. If you guys have any other out there, my friend Nancy Prosser just Prosser, sorry Nancy, it's these stupid things. I'm totally lisping. she just sent me this link literally like minutes ago for a place called Buddha Exclusive, which are like yoga pants. But I saw one had like crisscrosses at the back, and I'm like, oh, I'm way not that fancy to have like crisscrosses on the back of my pants. But I got another pair that were just, straight up like compression pants. It looks a little weird, right? I have like a tank top and a beanie on. That's me, my head. I always feel like I'm cold there. But I ordered a pair from there. So super excited about next week's reviews and lining them up. I have Under Armour on the way, Donna Joe Fitwear, Free Country, Bleeding Edge Gear, which is a friend's line, which she had messaged me and said, try it. So I'm trying that. I think that's being delivered today, so that might be Monday's review. And then Athleta. And Athleta, Donna Joe, and Under Armour, and Fabletics. Fabletics, I messaged all of them and I said specifically to them, what's the best pair? Because again, there's so many different pairs out there that you walk into a store and you're sort of overwhelmed. Like when I say to you guys, you got to give me a link. Like, what is the pair that you specifically love? Because it's a little overwhelming when you go into a store and you're like, holy shit, like, where do I start? So when I kind of summarize all of these reviews, I'll give you guys the links of all of the pants that I have purchased, what has worked for me, what hasn't. I know I've had a bunch of questions from people saying to me, what am I going to do with the pants when I'm done? Here's the thing, none of these pants are bad pants. They're great for maybe different things, So my Lululemons, which I told you guys I loved the fit, I loved the seamless crotch, which by the way, this crotch, neither here nor there. It didn't bother me, didn't give me camel toe. It was just fine. So that was all, 2 thumbs up for that. They're all great pants. They're all reasonably comfortable. I can go on a hike or go on a walk or just wear them any day and be fine with them and be okay. So the pants aren't going to go to waste. And to be perfectly honest, the longer I do these reviews, the less likely it is that I'm going to say to myself, I don't need to go work out today. So it's actually really fun to go work out at 6 o'clock in the morning. I don't know who else works out like really early, but to kind of get that workout out of the way opens up your day, which is fun. You kind of have like found time. And I love the fact that a friend of mine was talking about starvation cardio. I don't know if you guys have ever heard about that, but it's getting up and working out before you even put food in your stomach, so that you really are burning the fat as you're doing your workout, your cardio. Which I am going to run later as soon as I get some calls out of the way and see what these pants are like with the running. I can't imagine that they will be horrendous because they've sort of stayed up just great. They sit just fine, below the belly button, so they weren't really bugging me, and I didn't feel like I was, squeezing myself into them like an overstuffed sausage. See again, just below the waistline. Not bad, right there. So they sit nicely, and I didn't feel like I was bulging too much over the edge. Way too much information for you guys. All right, so tomorrow is weekend. I'll just be running, so I'm probably going to wear my Old Navy, the high-rise compressions, which I loved, and I told you guys that I loved. That was the very first one that I did. But I don't know if I ran with those. I might have run with them, but I think I'm going to throw them on tomorrow and use them for my longer run, my 5 or 6 miles. And see how that was. And there's Sabrina. Hi, Sabrina. Sabrina messaged me about these Lorna Janes, which, yes, Sabrina, they got 2 pants up. They held up. They didn't fall down. There wasn't a whole heck of a lot of hiking. And, kickboxing is a pretty intense workout. It's not just weights and a mild workout. And then the next test is really going to be what happens once I've washed these pants and then I wear them again, because I know that I've seen reviews that sometimes after that wash, things don't go so well, which I also did find. I don't know, you guys are not going to be able to see this, but there's a little bit on the seam here that's sort of pulling on the one leg. And, first time wearing these, so it's not like I've done anything crazy with them. And for a $63 pair of pants, probably shouldn't do that, right? Listed as $110. Hi, Kristen. So that is my review for today. Any other little suggestions of, out of the norm brands that you guys know of that I don't know of, I would really appreciate it. I feel like my nose is running. I swear I had to like stop during kickboxing because, you know, I'm sweating and everything is like, and blow my nose. Shoot me a message. Let me know. I get messages from you guys every day, which I love. Let me know what you would suggest, because this is fun. And we'll see next week. I have all of my reviews lined up, but I certainly, Reebok and Nike Pro are definitely on my list. I know a bunch of you have said Nike Pro. I just get a little nervous because it looks a little like thinner, the material. I love that this was really thick material, which is fantastic because you feel like everything is really sucked in, and feels good. You know, when I was jumping around, this might make sense to some of you and might not make sense to others, but it really felt like my muscles were contracting and working, like I was more aware of them. I don't know, maybe it's because I'm getting fitter and fitter, but it just seemed great. Hey, Mark. So this was a great pair because the material was thick. So be mindful of that as well, you guys, that if you are referring something to me, that you know that I really like something that's longer. I like something that's compression, black. I don't do a lot of pattern. Yes, I did order a pattern from Donna Jo Fitwear only because that's all they had. And I ordered the least amount of pattern as I possibly could because I'm kind of nuts like that. But that's for next week. So, you know, I'm excited for next week's, and then we'll line up the one after that. But if you guys have a specific Nike Pro, I know that Danielle Bridge, a friend of mine, had sort of sent me a picture of the one that she loves, but if there's another one that you guys love specifically, let me know so that I can hop on and get those ordered and get them lined up for the week after. Yeah, Kristen says Me Too Black only. It's just so much easier, you know. I don't have to think about anything. I just throw the pants on and there it is. And also, big thing here is the sweat doesn't show through. I told you I'm like a sweater. I don't know what it is about me and other people that don't sweat, but I sweat. You should not stand next to me when we're in a cardio class because sweat's flying. And I love it, but I got to come home and like take the shirt off because it's like soaked. I look like a mess. I wore like a light blue shirt today, which was stupid because it was soaking wet. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for tuning in again. Next review will be Monday. And that will probably be the Bleeding Edge gear from my friend who it's her company. And she had highly recommended them to me and, you know, gave me the size that I should get and whatnot. So I am going to try those. So these are all really, I mean, Under Armour and Athleta are the only two that I'm reviewing next week that I've actually heard of before. I've never heard of any of these other brands, which is fantastic, sort of like these Lorna Janes. So thanks for tuning in, guys, and I will see you again next week. Keep those suggestions coming because we still have plenty of things that need to be reviewed. Okay? Have a good one. Bye.